What's up everybody, hello and welcome. We're back now at the captain's. Investigate the disappearance of the novice. Let's speak to Vasco.
Sir? Constantine d'Orsay, future governor of Tir Freddy. I'm enchanted, Captain. I am eager to board your ship.
Enchanted as well, Your Highness. I hope you enjoy your voyage.
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon. I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
Okay, ask about the cabin boy. Where did you see him last?
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock, but the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Okay, so we have to find the cabin boy first. We could already sail for Tir Freddy, but I think it is important to find that poor cabin boy. So let's have a look there. Investigate the appearance. I think we still need to talk to him.
Are you ready?
We should be able to.
No, I'm not sailing yet.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
This Jonas, does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, there would be Flavio and Lauro.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish. You'll find them over there, in port.
Okay, perfect.
Soon,
so
Captain.
let's ask them first. They're down there somewhere. Let's have a look at the map again. Over there, perfect. Storeroom. In this small port down there. And yeah, the graphics are really good. I like them. They're decent. Of course, they're not as good as, let's say, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which I really just love. But they're still pretty good. I gotta say that. I like that. And it's running smooth so far, so no performance issues on my part.
Good day. Someone told me that you're a friend of Jonas's, the young cabin boy who's gone missing.
That's right, yeah. Are you looking for him?
Yes. Your captain asked me to go and find him.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously. What can I do for you?
Do you think he could have made himself any enemies?
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas has a good heart and he steers clear of trouble and troublemakers.
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening. We went to have a drink in the tavern. Jonas, Lauro and myself.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary? Was he troubled?
Maybe a tad troubled. Like he was somewhere else.
Why would that be? Give me your best guess.
Boy, I haven't the faintest idea.
What does Jonas do in his free time, when you're on land?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boys don't have half a sailor's wages. And when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine. One drink lasts him the whole night.
Okay.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a damn good navigator and an excellent leader of men. He knows his craft well, in spite of being so young.
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet. If he keeps it up, he'll be an admiral one day.
Oh man, that's a
I
young
need
boy.
to be going. Farewell.
Okay, so that's her, and I think we still need to ask the other one, the other sailor, for some information. And there's so many things to loot here. No one's looking in those crates, right? Some borage and some gold coins lying around here everywhere.
Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing cabin boy well. Is that right?
You talking about Jonas? You bet your stars I know him. But like I've been crying to the 9 deaf winds, he didn't go missing, he was taken.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man, surrounded by some other sly ruffians. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand? Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and took him like that. Grabbed his arms and poof. Gone. Vanished.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. But my legs betrayed me. Wavering they were. And I fell into the gutter.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like a drunken fool. And the captain? No, not telling him that. I still have some pride left. You get me?
Okay, so that's that.
Thank
I
you,
think
Lara.
we got everything that we want, right? No, we still need to get some more
Hello
information.
again.
Well, no.
No.
So, the
Why
kidnappers.
would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know? Jonas is a gentle boy who keeps his head down. You think my story is nothing but mist too, don't you?
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to get a ransom for a cabin boy. Did Jonas seem troubled to you the night he disappeared?
Maybe. For sure he wasn't...
Do you know what was on his mind?
No. No idea.
Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern. But outside, I seem to recall that regular being there. We play cards with him from time to time. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. But now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know. I kind of remember his face being there.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a just man who knows his knots. He's well appreciated by the crew. It's a pity that he hasn't much heart for laughs now and again. Always seems unhappy, our captain.
Thank you, Lara.
So that should be all now. Perfect. And we now know that she's been beaten up by some ruffians and perhaps even kidnapped. Let's find him, and also perhaps some fighting there. That might be nice for a change. It's her again.
Could I trouble you again?
Have you found Jonas?
Not yet, but I haven't given up. About that.
Okay, so we're still not done with her, it seems. But I've done everything here, I guess.
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, far as I know.
I don't know where to start with this. Do you have any idea?
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, he drinks a little more than he should. The itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink too much, the imagination wanders. Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's voice by the canal. I called back to him, as you guessed, but then nothing. Drink. It blurs the senses.
Alright, well that sounds
I
like a
need to
good
be
start.
Strange story this is.
Something isn't right here, I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this.
Okay, find and interrogate the witnesses. Let's see if we can find the cabin boy before the tide rises. Back in the tavern here.
Tavern keeper.
I see you're back. Can I pour you something this time?
I'm looking for a Naut. A young cabin boy who's been missing roll call for 2 days now.
A Naut, you say? That's not a lot to go on. There are quite a few that come to my tavern.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken right here.
A kidnapping. In my establishment. You surely jest. Or at least I hope you do. I would have noticed. That doesn't hold water.
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big gambler, it would seem.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightening the pouches of sailors coming through.
Where might I find him at this time?
Here? He would never give away his chair at his table. Anything else?
No,
I
I'm
need
good
to
for
be
now.
off.
Goodbye.
Alrighty, let's get back outside. Or is there still something? Oh yeah, there's still one. A drunken fool by the looks of it.
Who are you?
Oh, he's got
I
the sickness.
Don't recognize you. Am I in your debt?
No. Have no fear about that. It's for a different reason that I am here. I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared 2 days ago, after visiting this establishment. A young cabin boy. 2 members of his crew accompanied him.
Yes, that does ring a bell. I've played with the 3 of them.
What can you tell me about the boy? How was he that night?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. Didn't feel like playing, that I remember. And he must have been right to be nervous, if he's disappeared.
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in, with a band of strong arms. The kind of men you can round up for a few coins, if you catch my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive, not sitting pretty. And then they finally left.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. I needed some fresh air. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But that was none of my business. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover? A moneylender?
No, sir. You are in luck. It so happens that I know the man. It was Sir Fontaine, that merchant.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the canal. A stone's throw from the Theleme embassy.
Thank you. You've been immensely helpful.
This
Oh
man is
my.
completely owned by his love for the
What have they done to the poor boy?
I think we can trust him.
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
Selling a slave, perhaps? Or is something else entirely? Who knows? But we're going to rescue him now. Find and confront the kidnappers. So I'm pretty sure by reading the text that these are actually the kidnappers, at least the merchant. So this is looking like a rather rich district here with those beautiful buildings there. Let's see if there we can find something over there.
Might I help you, sir?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive you. Enter, please.
We were already in, but thank you. So we can just go upstairs now, I guess. Right? Yeah, let's just go upstairs. There she is, the lady.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lord de Sade. And to what do I owe the honor of your visit, Excellency?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here, but perhaps I could be of help.
It concerns a delicate matter. We're looking for a missing cabin boy. According to witnesses, he had an argument with your husband before being taken.
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. The cabin boy you speak of was not taken. He has simply returned home.
Excuse me, but I'm not sure I understand.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son back.
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that your son had a fight with your husband, and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force. If he had joined your husband willingly...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to believe these drunkards over a respectable family?
These witnesses are all in agreement, and it's their testimonies that have led me to your doorstep.
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply had to carry him. A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
What was your son doing on a Naut ship? Why would they have taken him?
It is what they do. Through pacts and contracts, they steal away young children from their mothers.
What are you talking about?
I would have thought that a legate would know these things. But it is true that you are young and inexperienced. It seems that you have been protected from the turpitudes of our own nation and their terrible allies. This horrible, constant ransoming that they put us through. But I will not say another word. You will have no trouble verifying the details now that you know what to look for.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. You must understand why. Until the Naughts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact. It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Naughts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
Okay, so that's a nice twist there to the story, if it's true what she's saying. So let's find out about that. Learn more about Naught contracts. Seems like we need to get over there. Oh, and what do we find here? Another chest with some ointment, some ammunition, and oh, a new item there that we can actually use. Let's see if we can actually do something with that. Yep, and I do like it more, I gotta say that. It looks a bit more darker. And it has more armor. Very good. Kurt, go away, please. So, we need to get over there. Let's see. On the map. Oh, down there all the way now. And there's also something here. The Bridge Alliance Embassy. So, let's get over there first. It's on the way. Kind of. If we go counterclockwise around the city. Go and inform the Alliance Ambassador. And yeah, this city is kind of in chaos by the looks of it. The sickness has destroyed society in this area here, and yeah, we evacuate and find hopefully a better place, which is going to be the island that we are sailing to at some point. Still lots of things to do here.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade.
I tracked down your man near the Coin Guard barracks.
Finally. Did you capture him?
Let's just say I put an end to his activities. His reputation in Serene is forever tarnished. Matters turned out a little more complicated than anticipated. He is hiding in a room in the Coin Guard Tavern.
Why didn't you have him arrested?
Angry citizens have gathered round the building. They have sworn to avenge themselves after discovering his fraud. I decided it better to avoid the mob, but if you wish to capture him alive, I advise you hurry.
Governor Buren will be happy to learn that a legate with great assiduity will soon be joining the island of Tierfredi. Thank you for your help, Excellency, and allow me to offer you this modest present for your voyage.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lord de Sade.
Perfect. And we get a level up. The first one, level 2. And we also got some nice reputation there with the embassy. Hopefully that's something good there. I don't know what the reputations are for at the moment. There's the next one down there, Coin Guard Barracks. Inform the Coin Guard Barracks Quartermaster in Serene. But before we do that, let's have a look there at the points that we can spend now. So as we can see, we got a new point that we can now spend here, and we could go, I mean, this is the magic tree here after all, so we got the stasis. I think we got this one here already, right? Yeah, so we could go down this one here, it lasts longer, or we go for this one, Divine Magic Ring. Allows the use of Divine Magic Ring, that's a Shadow Missile. And Shadow Impact, 50% damage, Furious Magic Attack. So we could go down this way. We could also improve the one-handed heavy weapon tree here by increasing the damage, for example. But actually, I think we go for more damage for the Shadow Missile. Or we could also, let's see, Strength. Oh, there's no point here though. Charisma, also no point. So these are unlocking, those two things here. The out of combat talents, they're actually unlocking with levels. Level 4, this one level 5, and nothing else we can do here. And I think those are the points that we're getting for each level that we're increasing here. So our skill points. So I can use them whenever I want to. I could also, of course, go now to the other trees as well if I want to. I could go firearms, and then I could actually use firearms, which is really cool. So I can have my weapons here. So I can go for the weapons, one-handed blades. And here I could focus on magic, and here on traps and stuff like that. So I'm really, really curious how that turns out the character. And especially here, as we can see, we have also skills that combine those two trees. So this skill here, for example, goes from magic and the technical area for example. So many things that we can unlock here. And we can also, of course, reset those skills with memory crystals that we'll find on the way. And so right now, I don't know what's the most efficient route here, honestly. We just have to see, you know, I'm not going to spend a skill point just yet, because I don't see much reason in spending it for 10% more damage or something like that. So I'd rather just wait a bit, saving those skill points to go perhaps for the one-handed blades or the firearms, which also sounds pretty cool. So I could dash back and forth with magic and sword fighting and pistol fighting. Sounds like a good concept there. We'll see how it turns out later, but I'm really enthusiastic about this right now. Seems like it's got a lot of aspects from Dragon Age, from The Witcher, from Skyrim, that you can customize a character so much. Awesome. The only thing that's really annoying me at the moment right now is that he's a bit red around the face, isn't he? So hopefully we can change that at some point. Okay, we're here now in the guard tower or room, and we have to inform the coin guard.
Sir Desade, I presume. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. Captain, you set sail soon. Have you seen to our little business?
Yes, we were finally able to recover your merchandise.
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that your mission isn't completely finished, Kurt.
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand boy.
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well. What do I need to do?
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tier Fredy as soon as possible. But the Port Authority formalities for shipping take an eternity to wade through. And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this dishonest merchant.
Are you blatantly asking us to smuggle this merchandise and contraband?
I would never ask you to do such a thing, Your Excellency.
Ah, but you don't mind asking that of Kurt?
Well, now, if he finds an alternative solution that is less illegal, that would be fine. The method matters not. But this cargo must reach the Isle on the next ship.
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience. I'm certain you shall do what's required.
Okay, so we need to find something out about that. And perhaps there's some room on our ship that we can use then. Let's get back outside there. Have a look at the map again. So over here, there's nothing here anymore. That's good to see. So Captain Vasco, we got lots of quests with him right now. And what I can also see on the map here, undiscovered area, look at that, there are question marks. So we don't know what's hiding behind them. Could be anything, could be a quest, an event, some items, who knows what. I also like that. It gives you a sense of surprise there. I always hate predictability in games, when you exactly know what to do already 10 minutes ahead. And lucky this time we have question marks. That's a good decision there. Oh, there's so many crates here though. Another gold coin, some ammunition. And we're down to 50% almost with our health there. So perhaps there's a quick... Oh yes, actually there is some... What I can see on the left lower side, you can see that when I press my right trigger, it opens up a quick slot menu. So I will probably have to equip some potions there that we can then use somehow. Oh, there's my journal, so that we have our quests then. And here, do we have something here? There's my bag. And there should be some... There's a magic potion there. And there's the health potion. Very good. So what can we do with that now? I think we need to... Can we use it? Doesn't look like we can use it. Okay, I don't know. We still can't use that, it seems.
So, are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail with the tide.
Oh no, not yet. So, yeah.
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy. She claims that her son was taken from her.
Taken? Her son is sea gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor the terms of a contract.
A contract? But what kind of contract are we speaking of?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Nauts, some families cede more than gold. In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before they're born. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even know he was originally from Serene. But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small child. And ever since, he's been a Nord. Our ships are his home. We are his only family.
Okay, so we need to ask the Corsillion for information and look where he's detained. That's the first quest here.
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking. Maybe clandestine passengers.
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. May I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
Nothing to bother yourself about. I'm just curious.
You wouldn't, by the sheerest of coincidences, be on the trail of a couple of heretics, Your Excellency. The same a couple of the ambassadors of Ptolemy's men have been looking for nigh on 2 days.
And so you know about that?
Of course. The Cardinal's henchmen are hard to miss, even in a crowd. And they were making quite a fuss, hoping we would cave in and help them in their hunt. Feel free to carry out your own investigation, but you'll end up with the same answers. The port brigs, just like the warehouses, are property of the Nords. No one else may enter.
Okay, that's the next quest, so we now know about a smuggler. And that's about it, I think, right? Nothing here
Be
anymore.
back soon, Captain.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us?
Oh,
Anyone who's
we
not
still got a
Nords?
quest there. Still need to
are you
ask
ready?
about him. I
We
would
should
be
get
really
you
happy about
still.
a symbol kind of beside those options
I
there.
have a favor to ask before we leave.
I'm all ears.
We would like to load some merchandise into your ship's hold.
Impossible. You're too late for that. All merchandise must be registered at the Port Authority, and the formalities are long. So, unless you're asking me to turn smuggler and hide contraband on my vessel.
I wouldn't go that far. We're only talking about a few crates after all.
Well then, they'll have to wait. The next ship for New Serene leaves in a month.
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave today, the commander will have my hide.
Captain, I understand your position, but isn't there some way we can get these crates on board?
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you, my quartermaster is a half-crazed bridge troll. He's gotten into his head that a gang of ruffians want to use my ship to pass contraband over to Tir Fredi. He's placed guards where our cargo is being held before being loaded. All that is not in the warehouse, and noted on the manifest, will be left on the docks. Sorry, but your crates are gonna have to wait until the next ship sets sail.
Sorry, Kurt. At least we tried.
The commander is going to have my head. I'm sure that's what he wanted in giving me this impossible task.
In that case, we're going to have to doctor the manifest ourselves. It must be at the Harbour Master's office.
Okay,
Be back
so there we
soon,
have the
Captain.
new quest. So 3 things I think are on our list now, and then we can sail. We have the cabin boy still, which is kind of our main quest by now. So we need to go back to the Fontaine family house then and solve this mystery. And then hopefully we can soon sail for the island of Tir Fredi. Stay tuned.